Okay, here we go. Pushing the throttle on. I missed Brian Shefferstein and his dad yesterday up there at the Vernon Center, so I thought I would take a ride up there today and see if I could catch him working. Liz went shopping for a wedding dress for my grandson's wedding, so I figured, what the heck, let's just take a ride up to Vernon Center. Here where Liza Minnelli got off the bus in the movie The Stereo Cuckoo, right here at the corner in front of the tire. Route 26 to the north, Youngs Road back to Vernon, and then, of course, we got Norton Road running to the west here. The Arch wedding venue on your left, and the swimming hole down there in the valley. And all the way to the other end of Norton Road, where Arquent and Norton come together. And I flew the whole length of Norton Road looking for Brian and his dad there, and I wasn't sure which farm it was, so I sent him a text. And as I was flying along, I saw this guy working with the tractor and the grain drill, and I said, I wonder if that's Brian. Sent him a text and asked him, and by the time I got the answer back, I had went to the end of Norton Road and circled around and got to look at the area so that I knew what I was up against if I wanted to land up here. And there's hardly a field up here that you couldn't land a BushCat in. I mean, you look at these two fields here, left and right of the road here. I mean, I could slip into either one of them pretty easy. But in any case, you got the creek in the valley here, and the Arch was a swimming hole back in the day. And you got the Arch wedding venue where the parking lot is, just to the west of the circle in Vernon Center. 26 runs to the south and 26 runs to the north, and there's a traffic circle around the park here in Vernon Center, kind of a nice little area. And again, kudos to Dwight Kramer for helping on the pavilion there for picnics and what have you. So I circled around, and I headed back a couple times there, but I wanted to get a cross shot of the swimming hole. So I circled around and headed to the north across Norton Road. And you can see it right here. You can see the creek runs under the bridge, and then there's that wide area, that nice little pond they got there, and the kids use it. So, but I wanted to drag the field where the guy was working, and legalities being what they are, always 1,000 feet from everybody, and you've got to be able to land without imperiling anybody on the ground. Obviously, I could land in these soybeans for sure without any problem at all if I lost the engine. So I'm completely legal doing it like this. But always safety, always a consideration for off-airport operations. You've got to be thinking ahead. So we fly down across here, and as we get a look at this field, you can see that it's very well done. Now that I look at it close, they got it smoothed off and color packed and planted to some manner of grain product. So I said, maybe we'll try that. Maybe we'll try that a little bit later. But in any case, Brian answered me, and I realized that this farm with the 3 silos was his. You can see they cut the hay off right there to the center of the frame, and but they got the sap house and the main house and the main dairy barn. Nice little homestead. I was going to land in that hay lot, but Brian wasn't home, so I figured, well, we'll save that for another day. Headed for home, and as I was heading home, the airliners were calling. We're calling a moderate chop at the 8,500 feet. It was bumpy. The wind was blowing pretty good, so I carried a little more speed, a little more altitude, plopped it on the old little flat spot there, and home safe and sound. I hope you enjoyed the history lesson up there on the hill in Vernon Center.